Welcome to the Jay and Friends podcast.
I got these from.
Oh. Jay and Friends podcast. What you got on?
Some cheap Yeezys.
Cheap?
Cheap. Designer down. You came in here looking like you about to hit the
right?
Mediterranean again.
Yeah.
That's how you looking.
Nah, Tom Cruise ass.
Tom
Cruise ass.
Nah, he talking about me. I thought he was talking about you.
Nah,
with your Hawaiian shorts
with a
on.
jet black helmet.
Right. Nigga ain't got a scuff on his shit.
Hey, look, man. I'm
What?
at Jay and Friends podcast. Look.
Came right.
Got to come correct.
Oh man. Yo. I want to welcome you to the Jay and Friends podcast, episode 185. We are here. Before I get started with a send shout out to those that wear uniform, those that wore the uniform, those that wear the uniform in the future, shout out those that hang out the video all day, shout out to 9 states of Baltimore, Zone 18. And the rest of the DMV, and a special shout out to PG County.
PG.
What's that shit now said last week?
Oh, I don't know.
Pick a Punk County or some shit.
Pick a punk. Yeah, he did, yo.
Yeah, it was like, you ain't got no G.
Yo, that was on one.
Yeah, he was on one.
Yeah, that nigga was on one.
That nigga was
Shout out my nigga.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bruh, tripping.
Yeah. So before we get started, let's play some music. Let's get it. Welcome to the Jay and Friends podcast again, episode 185. We are here. We are back. How was your boys' week, man?
Go ahead, guys.
Everything
What phone is
cool.
that? How you feeling?
Everything.
What's somebody's phone? That's your phone?
What phone is that? It's
What
your
phone is that?
That ain't me.
That's crazy.
Look at you, man.
Man, I'm gonna get tripped. You got to get kicked out as soon as I got back. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Nah,
Boy, how
man,
was
my
your
week been cool though, man. Everything's straight, man. It's a long week, everything cool. I done got some, but you know what? It feel good to be out of debt. That's the kind of week I had.
Yeah,
Flex bomb for that.
Flex bombs, and I'm out of debt.
yeah.
Check you that,
That's
bro.
all, man. No, it's been cool.
I know exactly what he's talking about, too.
Yeah. What?
It's stupid. I ain't talking about that. See, you stupid.
Yeah.
You stupid. Can't tell niggas
Tell
nothing.
me that at halftime. But go ahead. But no, man, it's been a good week, man. It felt like a long week this week. It's been wild, you know. So and then school coming closer, getting the kids ready, mindset ready to get them prepared to go back, man. So it's just like a lot going on. It's a busy time of the year.
Summer flew by.
Absolutely.
Like, it's like, here we August, and it's like, oh, the leaves are falling on my trees.
Yeah, you actually probably right now. You was a little premature about 2 weeks ago, but you probably right about now.
Making that video.
Yeah, but it's fucking falling. You talking about, it felt like spring the last 2 days.
Yeah. I just got an email. I got an email from a company. I can't recall what it was, but they started talking about holiday planning. Get your orders in now for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm like, bro, like really? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get through. Let me get through. Was it Labor Day, Memorial Day? I always get messed up. I think it was Memorial
Labor Day.
Labor Day. Let me get through that.
That's in 4 weeks.
All right, let me get through that. Let me get through that. Let me get through Halloween shit. You know what I mean?
Man, look, I'm cool with the time. Y'all tripping. Talking about summer flu pays. It's still hot outside. I'm light skinned. I be red as I don't know what.
Man, my week was cool. Regular schmegular. It just felt good to be back for a weekend. Had a weekend to just kind of sit and chill and not be traveling. So it is what it is, man. Let's get to it. First, before I get started, RP to Paul Rubin. He's famously known for his role as Pee Wee Herman, man. Like, who did that?
That part.
Yo, man, Pee Wee Herman, man. Dog. Crazy part is like they used to laugh at Pee Wee Herman's suit. Not everybody wear their suits like Pee Wee.
Look at this guy.
Look at Doug. I used to fucking see
I'm
that.
gonna have to change the artwork now.
But
No, shout out to Paul Rubin in his role as Pee Wee Herman, right? I didn't realize he was 70.
God,
Yo, he was an adult when we was kids. What you talking?
I'm just saying, but even then, like I just didn't comprehend getting older, but or just time it slipped by. But he was 70. I just didn't realize that when he said he was 70. I was just like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What he got? Hold up. What happened to Holmes? Because
He died of cancer, but he was in Florida. He was beaten off in a movie theater.
This nigga.
Man, but listen, man, we're not gonna highlight the lows. We gonna talk about the highs.
Yeah.
Y'all know I don't bang with the pervs though, bro.
He ain't doing it in front of no girls.
Who
man.
does that though?
I don't know.
Niggas ever just get the urge to just pull out in a
No.
Alright.
But he on us. But we're gonna celebrate him for the work that he put out there, and Yeah, through our childhood, man. You can't tell me you watch Pee Wee Herman on Saturday.
Oh, definitely. In the
seen
movie. Yeah, in the movie.
Yeah,
You
Large
know,
Marge and all
Large.
that.
That's exactly what I was doing. Large Marge.
Yeah.
Yep. So, no, he was definitely a part of most kids' childhood, growing up in the 80s.
Well, yeah. So let's get to open this up, man.
Oh, man. So let's talk about the Navy for a little bit. So the Navy's shifting their time and service advancement for E1 through E4 sailors.
Okay, so before we start, I want to cut you off. I read the article, and I'm assuming, so before you get into it, what was it before the change? Because in the Army, if you was an E1, E2, E3, E4, it was a minimum time. And once you made that, you automatically got promoted if they didn't promote you earlier.
Yeah. So I came in E1. So the time from E1 to E2 was 9 months. From E2 to E3 was 9 months. And then it was 6 months to take the E4 exam. So
To be an E4.
you had to take an exam to be an E4.
Okay.
So that's the major difference I see coming out of this change is they're no longer requiring them to take exams to make E4.
You just
They're
got to wait the time
automatically promoting them to E4
after you just meet a certain amount of time.
after you meet the 30 months. So after 30 months, you'll be eligible to be E4.
So can the command promote early if you doing like superior work?
They can promote early, so they still have the ability to promote early, but it doesn't come around often, and you have to really be exceeding the expectations of the command.
Really be swabbing them
And it's
back,
not
huh?
going, and it's not everybody. So there's a quota. So you might have one EP early promote, in your division. So
Yeah.
you got 15 people, you got one EP
That you can
and
select.
the rest of them gonna be, that you can select, and the rest of them gonna be must promotes. Okay, yeah. So
That's only in the Navy?
that's only for the Navy.
So
So here's my opinion on it, and I had to go back because it's been a little while since I've been through this process, but I had to go back and think about it. Like, you got to be 30 months in before you make E4, before you eligible to make E4.
So let's walk it back. By the time you E3, how much time you got in the service?
So
normally?
that's 18 months.
All right. So you a little bit over a year and a half. Okay, year and a half.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to be
it's
30 months.
18 months plus 6. So what's that?
24.
24. So at 24 months, you could have made E4 in most rates. Depending on, so some rates are like,
They said nuclear or whatever.
so that's because they obligate for 6 years.
Gotcha.
So they getting promoted to E4 quicker, and a lot of them making E5 in the 6 years.
Okay.
I made E5 in 4 years. That's the thing about it. So you damn near at 30 months. You damn near at 3 years. You just putting on E4, and now you gotta wait another year to make E5.
So it's about right.
What's the difference in pay grade?
It's big. Once you go from E3 to E4, it gets significant. And then going to E5, it gets a little bit better. The biggest thing for me was getting basic allowance for housing. Make
All
E5,
right.
you get that.
So here's another question I got, and then we can move to the next one. I was reading it was like you couldn't extend for 3 years on a boat or something for extra $800 a month.
Yeah.
So now, in my mind, because I thought that the Navy had barracks.
Yeah.
So if I'm an E4 and I'm making an extra $800 a month, and the boat is my barracks, do really people really incentivize to stay on a boat for an extra $800?
Yeah. You got people. If you might be stationed somewhere, you don't have no family.
Same thing.
You live on a boat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For the extra $800.
The extra $800. And you do that for 3 years, and that's why you be out here seeing little cats riding around the Bentleys. They get
Nah, I be seeing them 300 ZXs. and
Yeah,
all
but
that.
I'm just saying, like, there's a couple cats riding
I
around
do.
the Bentleys right now, living in the barracks, like real shit.
Like them 04 Bentleys?
No, like new ones, good credit, riding around in the Bentley.
God, dog.
You know what them?
Yeah, I see how they waste their money.
Yeah,
We talked about it last
what I mean?
week.
So it's not uncommon, but I seen that $800. So they going from like an apprenticeship to a journeyman, and that's only if you strike the rate. I mean, I talked about this a while before. When you come in the Navy, you can come in undesignated, so you can't go undesignated up to E4. You gotta strike a rate. You gotta get a job, a specialty, become a technician in something. So if you come in, I came in designated as a cryptologic technician, so I could have went through this process to become an E4, become a journeyman apprentice or whatever they're calling it.
Gotcha.
So, I don't like it.
It's bad for the Navy?
I don't know if it's bad for the Navy. it's good for there's good for some rates that it's hard to promote up through E4. Some rates they're just so capped, so deadlocked because there's so many people in there, and it's a quota. You can't promote everybody, right? They got to keep the ranks managed, right? So this allows everybody to kind of get pushed up through E4, and it allows them to have a larger pool of people that can go to the ship at a higher capacity.
Gotcha.
It's good for the Navy.
All right. The man who changed what it means to be Sergeant Major of the Army. Sergeant Major of the Army, Michael Griston. He in a few weeks he will be wearing his uniform for the last time at an event at Fort Belvoir for the museum. I'm kind of impartial, but I will say this dude to be the top enlisted advisor in the Army. He kind of set a precedence where he's in comments on social media. He's answering people email him. He's answering emails. He's out. He was on his Obama shit on the first term. He was out for the people, and he was out touching the soldiers. And a lot of times, you get to that level, they don't be out, and they're not accessible. And he's had his hands in a lot of shit. He changed the PT test. He took it back to the World War II Class A uniforms and all of this stuff. But he set, I will say, he did set a precedence for whoever follow him. Like if Steph ever leave Golden State, the next point guard got big shoes to fill, and it's the same for him.
Yeah.
So the next crusty, rusty motherfucker who come in there, if you with that old school shit, they just gonna boo your ass because this dude was whether he fixed your issue or not, the fact that he listened and he acknowledged meant a lot to a lot of people on the low level. That this dude listening to me, or I've got friends who IG and they was like, yo, this girl called the Sergeant Major of the Army and emailed him, and he emailed her back.
Yeah, that's great.
And now he's flying to Fort Bragg to talk about her issue.
Yeah.
So, it's just one of them things. It's like, damn, you could reach to the CEO and the CEO gonna hit you back, and he's gonna come see you and meet with you and talk about your issue. So this is one of them things, man. And I do a round of applause for that shit.
That really is significant because particularly with enlisted, right? So Sergeant Major of the Army is the highest an enlisted person is going to get. The highest rank enlisted person is going to get. Sergeant Major of the Army. And position title.
Yeah.
Right. So they, having an understanding, you got an E1 coming through right now that's having issues. That's something's not going on right at the command or the E5. He's being harassed or whatever. That person at E9 in the Army, Sergeant Major of the Army, or any service, may have likely been through that, had to deal with that going up through the ranks. So I think they should use those experiences. They should use that to be able to coach down, to mentor the people below them, to take on some of these tougher issues, to reach out and touch those folks. A lot of times they become puppets of their position up to, they working for the, what do you call the Army guy?
Who?
The general. The top general, right?
I don't know.
For us, it's the chief of naval operations, right? So, like, you end up becoming a puppet for them, working their issues, their desk jockey. I think as the Sergeant Major of the Army went to this position, he probably made it very clear, like, look, I'm going to work for the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got to set that boundaries. So, the top general in the Army probably had to come to them like, all right, you do that. You work them issues. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'll work up. I'll work to the SecDef and everybody else. You work down. You support the troops.
Case in point, it was a soldier at Fort Bragg. It was the female is in the Army. The husband is a civilian. The female was sexually harassed in her unit. She's pregnant. The husband came on post and beat two of them niggas' ass.
As you should.
And they banned him from post.
Ban who?
The dude.
The husband.
But the girl is having a kid. They would not grant her.
Hold up. She was raped and
No, she was just sexually harassed.
So that was the husband baby.
Yeah, the husband baby.
Okay.
She's pregnant.
Okay.
She was sexually harassed. The husband come on post, whoop their ass, right?
Right.
They banned them from post. So they get in all this shit with the command. So she's asking her command and the base command, hey, give him a waiver to take me to appointments and to be here when I have. No, let me go back. She first asked, because her husband couldn't come on post, can I go off base to the civilian sector to have, my appointments? And they said no.
They got that right?
They said no. So this is what happened. So she took it up to the Sergeant Major of the Army. Like, yo, they not letting like I asked to go off post because my husband can't come on post. They told me no. I can, I had to go to my appointments and stuff like this. Is our first child. So Sergeant Major of the Army end up getting into the mix. He flew down and basically he told the post commander like, yo, well, he ain't tell him, but his boss was like, yo, he has a special waiver to be on post for the appointments and the birth. And then after that, he can't come on post. But y'all not gonna not allow him to be at the appointments and to see his child being born. That's what we not gonna do. And that's kind of one thing that kind of stood out. And I hope I don't get in trouble for telling the story. But like,
did they address the sexual harassment?
Yeah, they addressed sexual harassment.
Yeah,
them dudes, they had some UCMJ, but dude went there and beat their ass.
So
say, like you did just that.
Yeah.
You could have been lost. You could have
lost
two soldiers.
Yeah.
So hold up. So after he crushed them, then they banned him off post. Was that before the baby was born or after?
No, she was pregnant still.
So he couldn't see his baby get born. Or
No,
she went all post.
She ended up emailing Sergeant Major of the Army saying that because she asked like, yo, can I go off post because my husband can't come on post, and they told her no.
At first.
So then she reached out to the Sergeant Major of the Army. Then he had to get involved.
So he made provisions for her to go off.
No, they made the post commander made a special memo. The dude can come on base for the appointment. And
after he crushed him. Okay, I ain't catch that part. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what they're gonna do when she got to go to daycare, but the kid got to go to daycare.
So this kind of a segue, right? And I've been thinking about this, and this. So the poll came out that the people are losing confidence in the U.S. military, right? It's at the lowest in the last 25 years, right?
I can believe it.
I believe it after this story. You had a civilian come in and crush these two fucking Army niggas, yo.
Bingo.
Smack these niggas around. That's
As
crazy.
he should, though.
I just lost confidence in the U.S. military.
They didn't go to combatives or nothing yet. Like they, get no map work.
No.
It's a different frequency when somebody play with your people,
No, it really
especially
is.
sexually, dog.
Yeah, but it's just like, he crushed both.
Two.
Right.
At
But
the same
they
rate.
right.
But they was sitting back
E4,
tag
E5,
team.
what E4, E5.
Them niggas is fresh out of goddamn, what's that? What
Boot
little
camp.
training y'all do? Basic combat on.
Combatives.
Yeah.
Combatives.
Shit, y'all should have knew what
It's
time.
like MMA level 1, the first like grappling and how to.
Yeah,
like that.
they fucked
It's
around
4
and
levels.
found out.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah, they went high on the chart. You fuck around and find out.
Oh, how he catch both of them?
I think
2 different times?
No, same time.
God, dog.
I think that if I remember, and I don't
Shout
know,
out to you, Holmes.
homie pulled up to their barracks. He pulled up to their barracks
And went to work.
went to work.
As he
No,
should.
he called him in the parking lot. The parking lot of their job. That's where it was. Parking lot of their job. He had just got out of a little formation.
And crushed him.
Gave him that work.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
he was waiting to pick his wife up and gave him that work.
I hear that shit, homie. Yeah, but
shout out.
that just goes to show why the U.S. is losing confidence in the military.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I was just in the airport and they had a whole like group of Navy kids. I don't know if it was some summer program, but
Cadets probably.
What airport was you in?
I was in Jacksonville. And they had the blue shirts on, like it just said Navy. There's a T-shirt that said Navy, but all of them was the
A blue shirt?
blue shirt.
But blue shirts with the gold navy.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked my wife, I say, I know this not the future of our military, right? It was probably 15 of them. Not one of them made me feel secure. And the fact that they was all Poindexters.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. I
It's
mean,
the Navy,
they
though.
on the ship. That's not
They ain't kicking
they're
doors.
not a fighting force. Like they're not a combat force.
They floating, baby.
Yeah, they will push a button and launch a rocket or something, a missile. They'll fly a jet.
Man,
They
that's
drive a
Now,
ship.
now if you see an Army or Marine, you need to be worried, my boy.
Well, I wouldn't even like. So I remember I used to go to San Diego a lot, and I used to go to like out there where the SEALs would be at.
Yeah,
And like I used to go to the gym with the SEALs.
yeah.
Just because of the base I was on. And like none of them were like huge. Like I was bigger than most of them. They had beat the shit out of me.
They just fit.
They just really fit. So like it's kind of hard to judge.
Nah, if you seen these kids, bro, every last one of them was like honor society or you know what I'm saying, like science fair champions.
Probably nuclear tech. They probably smart as a whistle.
Well,
They all look smart, dog.
Especially in Jacksonville.
I'm
they got
gonna
carriers.
go on record maybe to say that because of the time you saw them,
Yeah,
it gotta be. So when you do ROTC in college,
they look like all TCs.
Oh yeah.
when you do it in college, you gotta give your summer to them. You go do something to school or training or something, and then I think you seen college kids either flying to or coming back from some training.
It's
I
not
think they was
even-
coming back.
A lot, and the Naval Academy does the same thing.
Oh, because Camp Blanding is not too far from there. We used
Yeah,
I used to do that in high school in the summertime.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, that's a lot. But no, I mean, I think I don't want to say that the military as a whole is softened up, but I think the focus has shifted. It's not as hard as it might have been post 9/11, where we was really this fighting force. You know, with a lot of vigor, a lot of anger going on. You know, so I think we kind of shifted. It's kind of become this digital war.
I'm gonna take it a step further. That's what
I think the civilian population just doesn't understand that yet.
No, so what I think it is that pre 9/11, I used to be an instructor, and everything we was teaching was for Russia, Cold War era type stuff. Then we get to Iraq and Afghanistan, and you realize that that's where urban combat came, because everything was before. It was like Vietnam, it was in the jungle, right? Then it was okay, Russia gonna happen. I remember sitting here training. This is verbatim out the fucking TM. During a nuclear attack, you see a flash, boom. You're supposed to get down with your helmet, put your hands on your face, facing the flash, and just take on whatever gonna come. And if you live, you live. And then like, so after it's over, you supposed to get up, dust off the radiation particles, and then you got to start deconning and keep fighting, nigga.
Yeah, all right.
What was the purpose of that?
It's old way of thinking.
You see Japan?
Right, Hiroshima.
So, you know, I think that we are starting to move to the future of warfare, which is China. Russia is, we already see what
they
type of time they on. Like,
incapable of
they
doing.
was that dude that they look big, and then when you seen them fight, like, oh, man, you could have whooped his ass, because Ukraine giving them that work. Like, this shit should have been over. But I think that we're finally realizing that, damn, them ain't the big homies. All they got is guns, missiles. They got nuclear weapons. But just as like they got nuclear weapons, we got nuclear weapons.
Right.
So that ain't the issue. The issue is China and digital warfare. That's where it's at. Remember the people in North Carolina, I think it was North Carolina, where they plan to attack the energy stations.
Right. Yeah.
Like things like that. Or
This.
attacking the remember when the flight control systems was shut down, and we thought it was a hack, but it wasn't. But preparing for things like that is what's next.
Well, I think more so if you're saying that, as far as the poll with the general population not trusting as far as security of the military, you got to show us that whatever type of technical skills you have can conquer another nation, right? But again, back in the day coming up, if you see somebody in the military, all respect, it's the colors, you like, oh, that's a man of statue right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a respect and I'm a fear the fact that his capabilities can X, Y, Z. But like I said, you seeing these kids now.
Oh, no pride in appearance and being in shape and
Yeah.
like looking the look. Even though you might not be somebody that's of importance, but you look the part.
But even if your skill set is what I'm supposed to respect and give credit to, then you got to somewhere show us. You got to come out of the closet. But
think about it is I don't want to speak on because they might have really been kids, so they might not be to that level of training where they uphold themselves. They're a Navy man, woman,
right, Master Chief, all that.
They not there yet. And I know when I first went to boot camp, and then when I came out, I was two different people.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? In my civilian life, I'm sharp corners, you know what I mean? You could have told me shit. I'm taking my damn cover off, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shit, get your hands out your pocket, you know what I mean? I'm in civilians, you know what I'm saying? So I think that just comes with time. And
they definitely probably was people who didn't go to boot camp yet.
They might not have been there. But
I'm just saying, as far as you talking about the shift in the world. So the shift in the world, they just need to, if this is what the military is going to look like moving forward, if it's going to be digital, then y'all need to go on record collapsing someone's nation, like someone grid or something, just to give us like.
We don't really take the fight. You gotta we put our nose in other people's shit and then get involved that way. We don't really take the fight to nobody.
We'll support somebody else. Somebody else comes. We'll support Ukraine overthrowing Russia, but we not gonna do it.
We not gonna do it.
You know,
Gotcha.
We'll send you a bunch of drones.
Politically, you can't justify that, but now we got some skin in the game on some backdoor shit. Oh yeah, we gonna get involved. We gonna get involved. Like if you saying like let's just say Ukraine So Ukraine used to be part of the USSR. So like Russia just want their bitch back, and they want that port because when it became Russia, they split off. But Russia want their bitch back, and if we had something again, like if Ukraine was a real like yo, we could crush them and invade them. Oh yeah, we would have been 10 toes in because now you could proliferate a nuclear superpower and get them done. Now this is not a worry no more.
Yeah.
That's
just
a
like
chess move.
Yeah, just like we got Saddam out there. He had Scud missiles, and he was a threat to everything that we wanted to do in the Middle East. So what we do? Oh, we got weapons of mass destruction. Let's invade. Let's find, capture, and kill them. Boom. Now it's there. And you ain't heard a peep out of shit in Iraq right now. So, but since we're talking about worldly shit, President Vladimir Putin has forgiven $23 billion in debt owed to African countries. He also forgave $684 million to Somalia.
That's that BRICS talk, ain't it?
There's a power play, dog.
But it's that BRICS talk, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a power play. This is a major shift on a political landscape in the fact that people just trying to say, we ain't fucking with you, we ain't fucking with America. And he trying to get him on the team.
Right.
It's one of them things, and it's the goal is to tank the dollar. You tank the dollar, dog.
Yeah. That go back to that Saddam stuff. That go back to that Gaddafi stuff. That go back to everything. When they try to centralize their money, then they go away from the dollar. That's when the United States gets involved. But now with the BRICS, with all these nations coming together, what y'all think the plan look like then?
I don't know. I also to couple with this, our credit score went from AAA, which is 800. Because every country has a credit score. We just got our shit just dropped to 2A.
Oh, did it really?
What?
So basically, like we're not as credit worthy to pay our debt back. We lost. Yeah, we had an 800. We had a perfect credit score. Dog, we went from the 800s to like the low 6s. If to put it in layman's terms, we went from 800 to the low 6s.
So how that relate to macro to micro, from
We're not
country
able
to country to just human in the United States?
So everybody borrows money. Like case in point, we went to Afghanistan. We was there, but we owe Afghanistan money because we borrowed money from them. We borrowed money from everybody.
So we borrow money from China.
Yeah, that's another reason. Like
They own our debt though.
what?
China own our debt.
Big China is the big homie. Like they like Frank Lucas because I remember we wanted to invade North Korea. I think it was like 19 or 20, somewhere around there, right? And in my opinion, I thought China was like, nah, dog, that's too close to home.
Yeah.
If you invade him if you want to, but if you invade him, I'm just gonna say run me my money. And if I say run me my money,
I'm taking a side.
didn't know it collapses our economy. If they
Right.
say pay us now,
Right.
or fuck off. You know what I'm saying? So,
which is essentially choosing their side.
yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
This whole Russia paying forgiving the debt. So, and then Russia's trying to align themselves with China policy, and China is an ally. So China has a big stake in Africa.
Wait, China is Russia's ally or United States ally?
Whole Russia.
Russia.
More closely aligned to Russia.
Okay.
Well, whether or not they're gonna go to the battle, like going to war, but they definitely want them on their side with regard to like warfare, things that they want to exploits and things, right?
Being able to get shit if you need it to be like, yo, can you?
Because they
send
can't
stuff?
get it from anywhere else. They can't get it from any European nations. They can't get it from the U.S. Probably get some stuff from like Venezuela or some shit like that, right?
Right.
But so China has a large interest in Africa. They've been buying up a bunch of shit
for years.
And case in point, just like we got bases in Europe and places, China has 3 bases in North Africa.
Okay.
So, this is kind of like, when you start talking about moving the chess pieces, right? So, I'm thinking about, okay, Vladimir forgives some debt in China. All these Africa, right? All these African nations are gonna do is run the debt back up. So what they ended up doing, having to borrow from China. So now they indebted more to China. So now it's a play for them. Like, look what we did. Now you got a stake in Africa now more than what you did. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Especially with Somalia. Now they about to run up the
that track star. Y'all seen that track star?
They about to have that shit was crazy. No. They about to have them. We gotta get that. But they about to have them pirates back out there.
I'm
about to get
almost
Obama
certain.
back then.
Listen, that Somalia play is what's the man we traded for Brittany Griner?
Victor
Bout.
Yeah,
Victor Bout.
I thought he Russian.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Russia forgave 23 billion to African countries, and he also gave 684 million to Somalia. This opens the floodgate for other things. That's where a lot of illegal weapons kind of flow through.
Oh yeah. Somalia been fighting the war. Not even a war, but just been fighting forever.
Yeah, he's like, because it's like saying, oh, clear that debt. You clear that debt, right? So now you got Russians coming in and out of that country. They gonna tell them, yo, fam, let them in. Don't give them no static.
Yeah.
Stamp that passport. Let them go. They
they gonna fly the plane here. Don't even
land. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Like
they gonna bring that shit in and out.
Let's make this shit happen. This other, third and fourth order effects to him doing that.
So let me ask y'all this then, as far as debt forgiveness. Once a country is out of debt, what happens then?
Then they no longer have to make payment. They're free to do something else with that money.
Like what?
Whatever they want.
Whatever you want.
And didn't we get close with Bill Clinton? Like
he balanced the budget.
So we got the zero with Clinton. And then what did we do that was so great?
Who came right after him?
Bush?
Bush. We went to war,
Then we went to war
and ran that bitch right back up.
Went to war.
He balanced the budget. Old Slick Willie, he balanced it.
But I'm saying we ain't do nothing even when we was
Bush
at
homeboys
zero.
got paid. So
Yeah.
everybody got paid.
Everybody got paid. All his homeboys got paid.
But I'm saying once a country debt goes to zero, don't nothing change.
So,
Ain't like gas prices got dumb low.
because we
Ain't
don't
like
control
student
that. But you could have took that money, right? Let's just say our debt is zero right now.
Okay.
And we're not at any conflict. Now we could focus. Technically, we should have been, but now we can focus on other things.
Like what?
Homeless.
Social
You have the social service.
They
you
not
have this
doing
money.
it though.
What I'm saying, we ain't been there but one time, and that was a short time.
So
But in every economy, you need different classes of people.
I got that part, but you have to still, if you have
Attempt or on the face.
yeah, you have to at least attempt to put those services and put money in those things, because now we're not paying. We don't have a $800 trillion debt. We have now $800 trillion in surplus. So okay, so what we gonna do? We gonna buy Gucci shoes?
I don't really know if it's a surplus. It's just the fact that we don't have a debt. It ain't like if we had the money, it wouldn't be a debt in the first place.
No, we be having money. We still don't pay it.
Yeah, you just
We have the money because what
Because
happened?
we print the money.
No, but Congress keep asking. We ask for money for all this other shit, and the things we want to do, shit ain't cheap. So the money keep going up and up and up. So imagine if we didn't have a $800 trillion or whatever it is surplus of shit, and then they wouldn't be arguing about money in Congress. Oh, you want this? Bad. We got the money. Bad. Every idea is good money now because I got the money. But when you talking about paying people back, the post office want this, and the Army want that, and the Navy want this, and the Department of Homeland Security want that, TSA want, everybody want money. Yeah. And ain't enough money to go around and to pay my bills. Well, you have to figure out where you gonna cut some shit.
That part, right? It's the trade-offs, right? And when they pulling together these budgets, and it's a bipartisan thing, right? So they're being on both sides of the aisle. So what happens is, right, Democrats like, we not giving you money for this.
Right.
We not giving you money for this shit. You know why? Because you didn't give us money in the last cycle. And then they go back and forth, and that's how you end up, with things missing out of the budget, things that we need. Republicans might say, we want to invest in this, and Republicans like, we're not giving you that. If you don't take it out, we're going to be in a stalemate. We're going to be deadlocked. No one's going to sign it. So right now, the Democrats control the Senate. So like basically, it's got to get signed off of them. So it's like, if they don't come with it, that's
why you think we had those the showdown where like, oh, the government might shut down because they can't agree on the money that we got available after we pay our bills, what we gonna do with it. So that's just that thing.
What's the real U.S. debt? How much we really in debt?
Trillions, dog. A couple $100 trillions. Wait, not more than a couple trillion.
It's big numbers.
I said
I
800
thought it was
trillion.
like $8 trillion. You talking about 800?
It's a couple $100 trillion, my boy.
That's crazy.
You looking it up?
Yeah, you can look it up, and I feel like it keep. You can show it. It'll show it keeps cycling.
Yeah, it show it like ask Siri what's the U.S. debt.
How much is the U.S. debt?
We're doing this live, y'all.
26 trillion according to the U.S. debt clock service data.
And it's still going up.
Oh. As of September 3rd, 2020, the country's public debt amount was 26 trillion.
That's September 3rd, like
2020.
2020. Yeah. So they don't know what it is right now.
They probably gave Ukraine $1 trillion.
Yeah,
That's
so.
that part.
Damn.
All right, man. Let's get to some sports.
Talk that talk.
Earl Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford.
Bruh. I was sick.
I thought
Did that happen, bruh?
Okay, so
What?
You do it, glad.
What?
I thought the young boy was gonna give him that work.
Did you?
Yes. But see, I'm not a boxing fan. I was talking to Willie Brown. I didn't know. So Bud Crawford the one won, right?
Yeah.
So which one is the one that got in that bad car accident?
Errol Spence. EJ.
I didn't know that was the dude because I seen the accident. And I'm
Yeah.
like, he fighting again?
With the Ferrari. But he fought after that. He fought after that and won. It wasn't.
How was the fight though?
It wasn't. He won and he put work in, but it wasn't as smooth as his previous fights.
Okay.
All right. So that part. Then in between that fight and Bud fight, they had a fight set up. That joint got called off because they couldn't agree on it. And then between that and then the fight that happened, he got into another car accident where he got rear-ended in his G-Wagon.
Jeez.
Now, nigga ain't supposed to have had no seatbelt on. Head hit the joint again. So you talking about another concussion.
Damn.
Now, my man, from his previous resume, his work, you want to rock with him. You're hot with him. You know what I'm saying? You know how he built. You know he ain't no sucker. You know he got country strength. And he put people down.
Earl Spence.
Earl,
Right.
EJ. So look, so you're hot in your head like, nah, he gonna run through him. And if the fight would have took place pre-accident, Earl would have definitely ran through him.
Okay.
Now, I ain't disrespecting Bud because Shawty shot. So let me go on record and say that. But in my opinion, you know boxing, when you know that no, Earl would have took that bag. Now listen, I was gonna put 2,000 on this fight. Thank God it ain't work out like that.
He would have been in there.
When my bingo, when my man walked to the ring off the rip, you could tell something ain't right.
Yeah.
Now he established his jab first round like he should have. It came through strong. It was looking sweet. Bet. Hands down, Earl won the first round. But of course, boxing, everybody feeling each other out in the first round. Second round, he started going at it. And for some reason, I don't know them concussions, CTE, I don't know what's up with him. He didn't stick to no sensible game plan. In boxing, if you know boxing, it's a term called stay off the line. The line is pretty much the line drive, that power punch. Mm-hmm. If Bud fighting southpaw, Earl fighting southpaw, you want to keep circling to your left, which is to your opponent's right. Because his strong hand is his left hand.
So you can slip it.
So you can slip it, duck it, or whatever the case may be. The moment Earl didn't get off the line, I jumped up, right? I'm hollering at the TV. 3, 4, 5 seconds later, first knockdown. I'm sick now. I'm sick, right? Rest of the fight didn't adjust, as everybody know. My man that got knocked down 3 times, and then I'm calling for the towel in the 5th, 6th round. I'm mad at the folks ain't dropped the towel in the 5th, 6th round.
I was reading Reddit and it's like people said they seen his corner pick the towel up a few times, but never threw it.
Because you trying to respect your boxer, but bump that. If that was my son, I got to throw the towel in, bro. I can't see my son.
This only happened with black people. Black people don't never throw in the towels. Anybody else, white people, Mexicans?
Let them go.
They throwing the towel.
Niggas dead. They let them go.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't. So I didn't even watch the fight, man. Even though I sent it out, man.
You sent the link.
I know. I got caught up doing something, brother. I couldn't even watch it, man. So, but I caught the highlights, man. He was honest, the boy. I saw that. I
watched the fight with Jazz that first round. Like after doing the bell run, I got out the bed. I was practicing my jab. I was like, oh shit, he made me think I could.
You might be that look familiar.
Hell yeah! I was like, I'm gonna test my shot back in the gym too. You know,
see,
like
that's why I said last time we weren't going out with your ass no more. The niggas talking about when we want to go out and shit. Like I'm back in the gym now too. Go ahead and stay home.
You was on U Street. I said I wish it.
Right, I'm back in the gym now. Stay home.
The gas station chronicles all over. Baltimore, yo.
Nah, it was in DC though.
Nah, your escapades was in Baltimore.
Yeah.
About that.
Shit, I need that.
But nah, man. You think they're gonna do a rematch?
Man, listen. From a
it's a rematch in the contract.
It's automatic in the contract. He got 30 days to accept. At the fight, of course, he said he want to do it. As an Earl Spence fan, bro, I don't want to see that man in the ring, bro. Like that man gonna die. Like I thought he was gonna die in the ring. I thought if Bud would have teed off on him the way Bud really could have. Bud held back the last 2 rounds a little bit. Now, at the end when he finished it, it seemed like he just flipped the switch, but he still could have punished him worse.
Yeah.
So if Bud really would have teed off on him, I thought Earl was gonna die in that ring, bro.
She.
I ain't gonna lie. And Earl just can't see it.
But that's something to consider, man. So yeah, sometimes trying to redeem yourself ain't worth it. You know what I mean? He need to go evaluate himself. His team really help him get there too. You know what I mean?
But they homies, so I do think that behind the scenes of the boxing world, everybody know that he wasn't right no more in the gym. That gym talk, he wasn't right. But I think him and Bud came up with something because everybody know they wanted to get this match going. Look, man, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put on a show. I'm gonna give you a guaranteed rematch, and then you can retire.
Yeah.
But I just think the way he came in there, I don't want to see it, dog.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people said, that they give him props for putting that fight together because he didn't have to take the fight. And the fact that they made this fight happen was just a props to Bud for even doing that shit.
But Bud should have did the first time, but I don't know how that went down. But let's take that and talk about that. You talking about for charity, right? About that Clarissa Shields and that Keith Thurman.
Man, I thought this shit was a joke when I seen it.
Clarissa Shields has officially called that Keith Thurman for a fight at 154 pounds. This will be the first time in boxing history when a female fighter fights a male fighter.
What y'all think?
Imagine if she lose, huh?
No, she asking for this ass whooping. You want this ass whooping?
Yeah.
Sign the paperwork, sign the waivers. Listen, you can have all your front row tickets, backstage passes. You can do 24-hour access on HBO, Showtime. Put that bitch on Tubi. You gonna get the dog shit whooped out of you.
Now listen, when I first heard it, I was like you, bro. I'm like, I don't even like see female sports when they fall and stuff. I ain't with all that for real. I'm just saying, I don't like that. So then once I heard that they was trying to rumble each other, I'm like, man, nah, don't do that.
Yeah.
But then when I read into everything and started seeing how many times and for how many years she been calling this man out, it's like she a bully.
That? Oh, really?
She a bully, bro. Like she going on him. It's like you testing my testicles. So I'm gonna have to drag nuts on you now, Slim.
and fuck it, this is a regular part. And in the climate we living in,
Bingo.
we need to show. Listen. I ain't gonna get into all the letters, the alphabet game, but we need to listen. Listen, my boy Keith, show him what's up. Come on, bud him, go on and bud him.
Yeah.
Put that bud on him.
Dog, that joint gonna feel way
If
different
you
when
feel
the
like
man
if you feel like you under strength, man, go ahead and take some steroids, brother. I'm just, do not lose this motherfucking fight.
Listen,
Do
chase
not
chickens.
Yeah.
Play basketball.
Take your 5 hour energy in the corner.
Shoot the
All
best
that.
dope before you hit the
Yeah,
ring.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you do, man.
Hey, look, they said that Keith was like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna welcome the fight since it's for charity. Like he played it like that. Then he was like, you know what, I tell you what, I'm gonna go up on glove size. I'm gonna let you use the smallest gloves possible, and I'm only gonna probably use my jab, and you can wear headgear. She came back and was like, nah, I'm gonna come in at 160 since I'm bigger than you.
Damn.
She said, I'm gonna leave the headgear out, and I don't even. She's like, I don't know. She said something like, I think we're gonna put on a good fight for the fans. So then the fans came back and was like, no disrespect, greatest woman of all time, but you ain't never knocked out a woman yet. So what make you think you gonna knock out Keith?
Let's go.
She gonna get hit one good time.
Night.
But that shit
we ain't
going-
seen Ronda Rousey
Look,
since.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
get your ass whooped.
But what happened if you hit her on the nose and she get the leak and she want more smoke? Do we gotta knock her out? Or
whooping
you
that
think they
ass.
gonna call it? They
No,
gonna
if
probably
it's
call
a-
it.
look,
Nah,
look,
her
look.
corner probably would.
Because it's an exhibition.
Man, I would try to
would've
knock a
zipped
spark
on
from
her
my
ass.
hell
Yeah.
yeah. What?
Let's go.
I ain't like Rocky when he come back in that 6th round in every movie.
Hey, all niggas everywhere. And these, I will keep turning your ass. Keep
Hell yeah. Stop playing.
Okay.
Listen, put this shit on. Like, listen, this the show must go on. This like Gladiator. Everybody needs to see this shit and stop fucking playing. We're gonna set the record straight for him not moving forward. Stop playing.
Yeah, because if he do lose, that's gonna change a lot.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a money grab. If he loses, it's a money grab.
Listen, any nigga
I don't
named,
think
any,
it's on point.
any nigga named Keith, you out of here, dog. He
It's
lose.
a wrap. It's a wrap.
Old Keiths, new Keiths,
Light skin Keith.
light skin Keiths. Y'all
Keith
gone.
Sweat. We keeping that nigga.
Keith,
Keith
yeah,
Sweat.
yeah, we keep Keith Sweat.
Okay.
Keith gotta keep Keith Sweat, boy.
That nigga crazy.
Yeah, man. Oh God, here we go.
Come on, Big Lizzo.
Nah, we ain't going to Lizzo yet. We are going to talk about the Costco lady, and I gotta play this.
I ain't even seen. I was looking.
You
I
ain't
couldn't
seen it?
find
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm gonna play the clip for you. I'm gonna play the clip. The Costco lady. Here we go. Oh shit. Let's go back. Let's go. Let me see. Here we go.
I just want to know, do I look inappropriate for work? My dress code is a polo and dress pants or jeans, no rips. I'm dressed appropriately. However, I was called into the office because I don't have the right body shape. I cannot help my body shape. I got a verbal because of my body shape, and I was told I need to wear bigger clothes. I don't appreciate being body shamed. I'm being body shamed. They don't know what I went through in my life and the trauma that I went through to have to deal with being body shamed at work. All I want to do is work. And I'm not being dramatic, but you pulled me away from doing my job to tell me that I have the wrong type of body to wear the clothes that I'm wearing. I have on...
All right.
Yeah.
Her name Aisha?
She like Aisha too.
Look, all right, so look.
Tay did his 60 minute shit on this chick.
This shit is such bullshit, bro.
Facts.
This is just an opportunity for her to exploit what really happened to the Home Depot girl, I think. You know what I mean?
What the heck happened to Home Depot?
Well,
You see Home Depot girl?
Yeah.
Man,
Same type of shit.
Same type of shit, right? But hers
she-
is much more genuine, right?
Yeah.
This shit right here
Yeah.
is a fame grab.
Gotcha.
I don't even think this bitch work at motherfucking Costco. Slim, I went to her page. It ain't shit say Costco about. It shit said Instagram model.
And she look like she served pizza.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here, yo. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, we're at this point now where motherfuckers is, they doing anything for clickbait. They paying these motherfucking social media sites to put them on,
Yeah.
to exploit them. And all it's gonna do is run up their followers. Next thing you know, they got the OnlyFans shit or whatever else they're gonna generate money for them. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And like, honestly, shorty, yeah, you probably shouldn't wear that shit to work. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you from a nigga that don't mind looking at shit like that.
Yeah.
But come on, yo, like you know what I'm saying?
So I went to the girl page and I commented. I said, she clearly said, they said the dress code was dress pants or jeans, no rips. Man, them Amazon yoga pants with a roll belt. Get real. These pants not be worn to a job interview. Somebody commented. They, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, fam. They said those are not dress pants. I don't give a fuck how your body shape. Those are fucking yoga pants.
Yeah.
AKA leggings. You took your robe and put the fucking shit around it to make it look like a belt. You could have bought a bigger polo. It don't got to be that goddamn tight.
Do it make the average consumer want to go to Costco more?
No.
Nah.
give a fuck about that
She
shit.
serving pizza. You could tell by them gloves she had on if she worked there. But she liked the pizza
Y'all
chick.
niggas tripping if you think that pizza line ain't about to be wrapped around the corner
No,
3
it's not.
times.
Even if Costco not selling. She don't work at fucking Costco, my nigga. She's driving fucking hype, yo.
Yeah.
She, you know what I'm saying?
But the
she
thing,
do,
she's
yeah.
defending these pants. You wouldn't wear them to church. You wouldn't wear them to a funeral. You wouldn't wear where you would regularly wear dress pants. Fam, stop fucking playing and acting like common sense ain't common, but that shit is common sense. Those are not dress pants.
Not.
Period.
Not.
I couldn't let my peoples go in there, but I think my
You will
sons...
let your wife wear them to
I
work.
said
and they
I
say,
could not.
Okay, thank you.
But I think my sons will go get some pizza every day of the week after that.
Of course they would.
I just call bullshit. I just don't. I mean, it's too similar to the woman at Home Depot. We'll have to show you that later. And then it's just like, it was just too extra. And then looking at her page,
Dramatic.
yeah, it was too dramatic. It was too extra. You know what I'm saying? It was too glamored up.
Yeah.
And then look at her page, because I went to if people gonna find a page, right? So you visit her page, and it's like, it was nothing to the makes me think that you were more wholesome. Like, no, you came out the house looking like that because you knew what the fuck you looked like.
Exactly.
You
Bingo.
know what I'm saying? Like,
So what was the end game for? Like, do Costco supposed to give her an apology and a severance or something?
No, she ain't asking Costco for shit. She want likes, clicks, and
because
people
she
to come
don't
to the
work at fucking Costco, nigga. She might have worked at that bitch 15 years ago.
You name the pod. Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh, yo.
All right, what we
One
got?
to another, man. Let's talk about this Lizzo shit. Let's talk about this Lizzo. You got a video for us?
Man,
Yeah, I think I got one.
I don't know how y'all going. This the free show, right?
Yeah, this is a free one.
Yeah,
we can
man.
still talk. We can fat shame. I don't give a fuck. Let's go. Here we go.
That joint got super bright.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
Like a mushroom just kicked in.
Yo, like wow, like oh wow.
All right. I don't know. I ain't fuck this. We'll get to it. Basically, it's been reported that Lizzo forced dancers to eat bananas from sex workers' vaginas during the Amsterdam trip. Lawsuits have been filed. Three former dancers have filed lawsuits against Lizzo, accusing the singer of sexually harassing and creating a hostile work environment. The dancer was allegedly weight shamed and pressured while at a strip club. This shit goes even deeper.
Okay, talk that talk.
Tay made a comment. Can I say that shit on this pod?
I don't remember what the comment was.
He was like, "Why fat people make other fat people do fat people shit?" Or something.
"Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, yeah,
Go for it."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?" But yeah, I think I really think like what this really boils down to is when you just that person, like you are you. Like in her bubble, she Beyonce. You here to work for me. I'm that bitch.
Yeah.
So you gonna do what the fuck I say, and that power went to her head, and this shit went. A lot of people say, "Oh no, she didn't do this." Where's smoke is fire? I really think she did do this shit.
I think Lizzo, and it has nothing to do with her weight. I'm not the smallest person in the world. I don't have small people in my family, and I don't, here we go. I think Lizzo is a disgusting person.
I agree.
There's nothing about Lizzo that screams femininity, that screams attractiveness, that screams a woman of value. So I absolutely think she probably had them do some fuck shit like this. I don't think it's the first time. I don't think it's the first time they had to do something wild. You know what I mean?
So Lizzo forced dancers to eat bananas from strippers or prostitutes during an Amsterdam trip.
I've been in Amsterdam. I could see that happening.
They filed lawsuits. So the question is, of course I don't know. So the question is, could this be a money grab for the dancers?
Could be.
Okay, so that's one
It
perspective.
could be. This could have been the line. You know what I mean?
Nah.
But I'm not saying they never did no wild shit before.
All right. So I'm just saying, from talking from Costco perspective, like if this a money grab or whatever. But the other side of it is, when you work in a field like mine and you got the skill sets of social personalities like I got, right? I try to evaluate every person from where they came from. A group of people that I noticed that got like low self-esteem are the obese. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So no, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how this about to go.
Get that nail on the head.
I don't know how this about to go, but a lot of them, because of their insecurities with, I'ma say my perspective, they weight, that they put that on other people, they project on other people. And a lot of that is just like we go back to the shop and how Slim said what she said about all her partners, where she demasculate them by slipping her finger up in niggas. And my take on it was,
pause.
I mean, yeah, it's a pause. It's a pause, but you know that was the fact though. Pause. I ain't never had sex with her. I ain't never had sex with her. One of my clients did though.
Well, y'all don't know, new listeners, this is my barber. So when he say the shop, that's what he mean, the shop.
Shout out to the shop. So, but again, that came to me from the fact that your mentality is so damaged that you willing to damage the next person's purity. Right, so when I read that or when I heard this, I'm sitting there thinking like, all right, she's so wild and freaked out and low self-esteem that I don't give a what you do. Yeah. You doing it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like you say, I'm the boss. I'm the Beyonce.
I'm the talent.
I'm the honcho. Yeah.
I'm the talent.
Which what you saying makes sense with all of this extra that she always doing, and really you doing this, but you really masking.
Bingo.
Yeah.
That's self-esteem.
It's a show. You know what I mean? End of the day, she go home and cry, or she get people to do things like this to make them seem worse than what she is. Yeah, like, look what you did.
Because all her dancers are of they're bigger women,
plus size. Yeah,
plus size.
And like I say, I don't know Lizzo, so you know what I'm saying. I'm just giving something from my perspective, looking out. But with that same token, it's like, bruh, why? Like, it's the culture that we in. That's why. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that everything that's wrong, they making right. Everything that's right, they making wrong. So they bigging that up. I never understood it, but no disrespect to anybody and their feelings, but I feel like you just said earlier, I came up in an era where you're going to have a certain look to be in a certain environment. So if you in front of the camera, you supposed to be chiseled or working on it. You know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden, no, that's fat shaming, that's body shaming. Ooh, I'm beautiful in my skin. Nigga, you being lazy. You know what I'm saying? Get in that gym. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you gotta go kill yourself. I ain't saying it ain't a market for you. But you see now what can happen if you sit back and you just let anything fly. You know what I'm saying? You gonna give them an inch, they gonna take a mile.
Yeah. Sheesh. I like that one. Other celebrity news. Tory Lanez legal team reportedly wants him to be released from jail, placed on probation, and enrolled in the substance abuse program. They pushed this shit back. He will be sentenced, I think, this month. Yeah, August, this month. They asking for 17 years, I think. Prosecution asking for.
How much gonna get suspended? 10 or 7?
Man, listen.
Maybe 15.
It's kind of hard to say, man. It's kind of hard to say. I think whatever happened, it's gonna be a long day for Megan. Tory got a lot of support, and a lot of people just. We would never know what happened. In my personal opinion, a lot of people don't feel like Tory shot that girl. And it's not conclusive that Tory shot that girl. It's a reason why Kelsey took a fucking plea deal. Now, when the shit was going on record, I'm still free Tory. Had I known the charges, Tory, dog, you should have pleaded out. Because ain't nothing in them charges about shooting that girl. Yeah. Because they know they couldn't prove you shot her. That's where we was ignorant when we went to that lawyer party and they was talking that shit.
Yeah.
The charges was discharging a firearm, possession of a weapon. Nothing about shooting her he's ever been charged with. It's technicalities of the incident. So
they just stacking them.
They just stacking them. So I think that, hopefully.
What's Meg testimony? Meg with it?
She ain't get on the stand. I don't think.
She ain't writing that. She ain't make no statement off the break that they used.
She said he shot her, but when you know what they said?
What?
Her back was turned, dog. She said it.
She got shot in the back of the foot?
No, she got shot in the foot, but her back was turned.
So she didn't see who shot her.
So the Tory's story and the white dude that kind of shifted this whole shit.
Yeah.
He said he seen the black girl, which was Kelsey, shoot at the ground. But he also said, which is fucking crazy why the defense called him up, he seen Tory grab the gun, walk around, and shoot in the air. He said the little black man shot in the air. That's what sealed Tory's fate. He said, I saw the little black man shoot in the air.
I'd have said, I ain't black.
But he, again, the first thing was he seen Kelsey shoot the ground, shoot down. So, whatever. I don't know. I don't know which way this shit gonna go. That's asking for a fucking lot. If they asking for 17 and you was like, probation and fucking substance abuse.
But that nigga he's an immigrant. He's not an immigrant. He's not a U.S. citizen.
He's not a U.S. citizen.
So, Canada,
he's from Canada.
Canada. So, and on top of that, his record ain't clean. He got little man complex. So he beat up August.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
though. I did see that.
Looking, I'm sure they taking the judge is gonna take all that shit into account.
And he badmouthed the judge too.
Oh yeah,
he put out a letter saying the judge didn't do X, Y, and Z. They should be taking over the case. They submitted a motion to take the judge out of the case, and another judge was like, "Nope, he's gonna stay on."
Yeah, shout out to you. Fuck yourself.
Fuck yourself.
But if he do time, if he get charged, do they send him out, or he gotta do time and then send him out?
And then they'll deport him.
They'll deport him.
They
make work something out where he'll do some time here, deport him, and then he'll end up in jail. He'll end up getting
in Canada.
I honestly think the boy, in my opinion, maybe like 5 or 6, but he get 5 or 6, his career done.
It's 5 or 6, and then
if he putting out work.
It's 5 or 6. He get deported. He can't come back to the U.S. Not even on like a fucking work
he ain't got visa. You ain't got to come. You ain't got to come back. You ain't got to come back. You ain't got to come back. You can just tour festivals. You ain't got to come back.
What festival?
You can do what?
He can do festivals all over the
Canada?
Europe.
Yeah, he can do Europe festivals. He can still put out his music.
He can put out his music, but
you ain't got to come to the U.S.
What was his market share though? I'm sure the majority of it was U.S.
Shit.
Nigga, ain't about 100,000 niggas in Canada, boy. I've been to Canada.
No, I'm saying going to tour Europe, like all the Japan, all these old heads still.
You think them niggas, Tory fucking Lanez wasn't selling in Japan or fucking Europe?
All right, I'm gonna send you some shit.
That's
that boy,
fine.
he be rocking them crowds at them fucking them festivals overseas. You ain't gotta go do these little penny in the
No, I'm
ass
not
Dre's
saying
nightclubs and shit.
All right, I mean, hey.
But free Tory today, free Tory, man.
Fuck Tory. Stop playing with guns, nigga, if you don't know how to use them bitches.
Talk, George.
All right, Hollywood strike. Is the Hollywood strike making any sense? And I said that because you made a statement and I didn't agree with it in our group chat.
What was that?
You was like, something like this. Why they striking or some shit like that.
I don't know. I don't know what I said.
Probably was drunk.
I probably was drinking, man. I don't know what I said.
So I think the actors went on strike first, and then the writers went whatever it was.
I think it's a writer's strike. I don't think it's a
No, the actors on strike too.
Oh, they really?
Hell yeah, they both on strike now.
How the actors on strike?
So that's what it was. That's what. Okay, no. That's what it was. So we gonna roll this thing together. Actor Kennedy Page shows how much he makes from a residual checks, and that's where you come in. He was like, so who give a fuck, right? The man get a check. He's a recurring role on 12 episodes in the season, and he got a check for like 15 cents. And he was like, who give a fuck, right?
Oh.
So
I heard that before.
So again, this is like the music strike. You pay me a flat rate to do this shit. Now, if you sell this show, everybody wants their show to go to syndication. When it goes to syndication, you get that bread. It's gonna be on TV. Mm-hmm. So the system is so old. So what happens if, all right, the Jay and Friends podcast is a TV show, right? Mm. So then we sell that shit to, we're gonna be some nigga shit. We sell it to WB, right?
Okay.
So now we get a check from WB and we getting paid heavily because it's on WB,
right?
Yeah.
But we distribute it through Universal or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But now they give it to Hulu.
Revolt.
They give it to Hulu. They give it to Netflix. And they give it to Paramount Plus. Well, where's our cut? Oh, we'll cut you. Now you're getting a check for 15 cents a show. Well, wait. Y'all doing how many streams? I'm getting a 15-cent check? Mm-hmm. That's where the argument is. This streaming shit. Y'all making millions and billions of dollars selling this shit to these streaming services. Now, mind you, terrestrial TV is damn near gone. Mm-hmm. Even though you're still paying me for terrestrial radio. I mean, TV. Just like in the music. The contracts are based on terrestrial radio and physical CDs.
There you go, though. You just said it.
But
it's contract law.
But no. That's where the strike is. And there's a difference between the music and the TV. They in a union.
What,
they're
the music,
unionized.
The TV actors?
TV's,
yeah, they got a music.
And the SAG,
like that.
they're in a union. So it's like, fuck that. We want a portion that is streaming. And the crazy part is, music industry and the movie industry, TV industry, know that this shit is outdated. Mm-hmm. So instead of changing the fucking contracts, we just gonna ride this shit. We gonna ride. No, in my opinion, if I was I would do it if I was in business. If I was Universal, we just gonna ride this shit out until somebody fucking boss up and drag their nuts and say we ain't coming to work.
Yeah.
I mean, at the same token, it's like if we doing contract law, the contract stand, I'll be a fool to be on the upside of the contract and then renegotiate with you.
But as a union, your union contract expired. So now we striking. So now you at the negotiating table. We want a bigger piece of this streaming pie.
Again. Now that's exactly what I was going with this. Now the new contract, all the old contract, you getting 15 cents. Now the new contract.
No. The old contracts don't even stipulate streaming. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah. So ain't no contract law if it doesn't even exist.
It is. Therefore, I don't even owe you. If it was never written up that I owe you, then I don't owe you.
But you're selling my intellect. You're selling my content. I wrote these episodes. I wrote these songs, and now these motherfuckers. No,
that was for it to be distributed the way that me and you agreed upon.
I'm sure.
Now that it's getting distributed a different way.
So let's move it to music. I wrote these songs, and we say you're gonna pay me for each album sold.
To go
album sold, right?
All right.
Now, it's so many streams is equivalent to an album sold, but you making way more money off a stream as opposed to so on Spotify. And I know this number to be absolutely correct. On Spotify, to get paid off of one stream is 0.00467 cents per stream.
Okay.
Dog, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean that's a ridiculously low number.
One stream. I put my song
out. You got billions of people streaming.
Who has billions of people?
I don't know.
That's a lot. I mean, I think they just put out a list of like the top streamers. It was like Drake and You know, but
Yeah.
it wasn't in the billions of streams. Though. It really wasn't.
Millions,
You know,
like
it's
yeah.
millions, and it still doesn't equate to the biggest numbers you think it is.
But it's
You're talking about
millions now.
fractions of a penny.
But the thing
Not even
about
fractions
streaming
of a
is going to
dollar.
keep going, right?
Oh yeah, it continues to go, but you're thinking about the residuals still don't add up. It's still not a lot compared to what they're getting paid off of like ad revenue and things.
Exactly.
All right, let me give y'all this example. Let me do some quick contract law. Y'all going to work and I call one of y'all, both y'all individually. It's a situation for both y'all. I call y'all out the blink of an eye. I say, man, dog, I really need to borrow the car. I really, really, really need to borrow the car. You say, man, I'm on the way to work, man. Listen, come through and pick me up. I really need to borrow the car. You capitulate. You rock with me. All right, dog, I'm gonna come pick you up, but I'm getting off work at 5 o'clock. I need you to be out front of my job at 5 o'clock sharp because I gotta go pick my youngin' up. All right, cool. 5 o'clock come around, nowhere to be found. 5:05, you call me. I don't answer. 5:15, you call me. I answer the phone. I say, yo, what's up, dog? Hey, my bad, dog. I'm on the way. You say, what you mean you on the way? Do you care that I say, I overslept or I had to cut the grass and I lost track of time? Do you care about that?
I don't know. You ain't going.
Yes or no? Do you care? Do you care that I said I was going to give you your car back?
No, I don't care.
You don't care, right? Because it's your car. Because that's the
there.
contract,
Yeah.
right? Anything above the terms that we agreed on, it don't matter. Now, if I would have said I would have paid you for an Uber, or if I would have did something else outside of that contract, then that's different. But as far as the terms of what we agreed to, that's what we sticking with. That's what you can charge me for, and that's what I can charge you for. Period.
But
So
then,
the streaming stuff wasn't out when you signed your contract.
On the fine print, it'll be at the bottom, be like, but not responsible if I'm late, or the if I gotta cut the grass, thunderstorm, And that's the point I'm trying to make with the contracts though. These lawyers ain't dumb.
Right.
They were right. They knew this shit was coming.
That part.
So they wrote language vague enough that you can say, well, it doesn't specify streaming, but it says that.
Exactly.
Then
yeah.
that's your lawyer fault that they didn't pick up on the other terms.
Dottie, nobody knew about this streaming shit coming.
You just, Jay. I mean,
No, it's
someone
not
just
that
said they did know. Now you say they
It's not
didn't.
that they knew that particular medium was coming.
But
they classified it as. I mean, they left it vague enough that they can loop it in. Like, we said we own this, and that.
All right, cool. Let's pass. We passed that point. The fact that it's there. Now our deal is expired. We're fucking striking. So pay me a bigger portion than this 0.000467 cents, whatever, per motherfucking stream. Y'all getting billions. Spotify got billions of viewers. Apple fucking TV got billions of fucking viewers. Stop fucking playing. Stop being greedy and cut a bigger check. That's really what it boiled down to.
So I agree with you, but now you gotta understand negotiation. So now if you like a girl going to court for child support and you want the rears, they probably ain't gonna agree to that.
No, they want no arrears. They don't want arrears. They just want a fair portion of streaming.
Well, fair is relative.
Well, fuck, you ain't finna fucking listen. We know the numbers at these giants, and it's only getting bigger.
Who's the top dog paying out?
It just depends on like the studio. You got Universal and Warner Brothers.
How are they making the money? Who are they getting money from?
First off, this shit goes to terrestrial TV.
Okay.
Then on top of that, some of this shit just goes straight to streaming.
Okay.
So if it's this thing of even
how do they monetize the streams?
Ads.
Ads
And people fucking paying that monthly subscription.
So subscriptions and ads is what pays the big company, and they able to break that check down to the actors.
So case in point, we'll pay for the Dave Chappelle show, right?
Okay.
Let's say they want us. We'll what was 2 seasons? Yeah, 2 seasons of Dave Chappelle show. We'll pay Comedy Central $500 million for that.
All right.
How much you think of that Dave gonna get? Nothing. And then out of that $500 million, they keep streaming and streaming and streaming, and all of those ads from people watching and streaming. Because every time that ad get played, Netflix get a check.
Yeah,
I don't
that was
want
one
you.
of Dave's gripes about why he kind of stopped
Rolled
doing
out,
it, was
yeah.
how he's getting
So
paid.
again,
I don't want you to get what I'm saying misconstrued. I feel like you think I'm your opposition. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm in a neutral perspective. Whereas though I understand both sides. I understand the big companies holding out and doing what they do.
Absolutely.
I understand the actors wanting more. But at this point in the game, like y'all saying, it wasn't on the table when the deal was signed.
But it's
so
on the table
now we
now.
got to, right now, at this point, we need to come to terms and figure out what our new contract
so
will be.
nobody's ever said what they offered, but the representative said what they offered was just laughable
Right.
to what they want.
So they in negotiations.
Yeah.
That's a part of contract law.
So as it stands right now, boy, TV gonna look real bad come goddamn December, boy. So all you gonna have is football.
That's all you need.
But I'm good. I'm good with football, and I watch fucking YouTube anyway. So all I watch is YouTube. I really
you
do.
don't be
Outside
watching
of a couple
Ghost?
shows that we watch, I don't watch
Nah,
that
we're just
shit.
talking about him. We watching.
I don't watch that shit. So outside of a couple shows that I watch, you know what I'm saying? I watch YouTube, bro.
You don't watch the show?
Nah, I stopped watching that a while ago.
Man, me and his wife go back and forth with shows, man.
No, don't
Yeah.
start that up. Next topic. Come on, let's go. Next topic. You want to start that
Nah,
up?
niggas that weird ass shit, man.
Yeah, chill.
That's what he said the last time I was here. He said something about that weird.
All right, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this real quick. I don't like this narrative about this shit. Like, listen, Vic, this for you, Vic. I know you listen, Vic. Talking about ain't enough storyline, dog. Some of the storylines is first off, ain't no naked dudes dancing in the goddamn shit. There's no naked dudes dancing in that show.
What show?
One.
The all of the Queensmen, whatever
Come
that shit
on,
is.
man. We back to this.
So
I thought we was going to the next subject.
Yeah,
We done with that.
It's the storyline.
Nah, you was talking about him and you was talking about you and Tay wife watching that show.
No.
Not
We go
together,
back and
hold that.
forth with like
They
shows.
exchange
shows.
show at
Yeah.
you know.
But dog,
His
But some-
Why we watching the Queen?
His TV palette is just like chicken tenders and fries.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It really is.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
This shit be like a.
I'm filet
like
mignon.
This shit like a.
you more like a Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
with a
Shit like cheesecake, nigga. Shit be wow. You can't push it much fast enough, boy.
All right, really great to get out. Black woman says she believes black-owned clubs, lounges, and restaurants overcharges customer base for everything to keep up a certain lifestyle. 20% gratuity, $20 valet, $50 shrimp and grits, and $100 hookah. Y'all want to hear the video? We just gonna talk about it.
Maybe I don't know who is this black woman. Like, how relative is she? Is that an opinion?
She ain't far from the truth, bro.
Hold on, we gonna. No, I got the.
This is an opinion though.
No,
that's some
it's
facts.
a little facts.
What you say?
I love to see black people doing good in Houston, but I think now it's to the point, it's like we're burning our people out financially with a certain lifestyle.
Oh, that's a good topic.
And I'm not catering. I don't like that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with getting money, but it's our people. From what I can tell, you go out to our clubs. Like I can go to an expensive 5-star restaurant. They not gonna charge me 20% gratuity on me and my
That's a
husband or
cap.
me and my homegirl. I'm not gonna pay. The valet is usually free when you pull up, as long
Cap.
as you're going to the restaurant. You know what I mean? Even if you go to a hookah lounge, you go to a classy hookah lounge, you're gonna pay 25 to 30. So there's nothing wrong with black businesses getting money, but I
Right.
think they're draining us of the money. But I love.
All right,
You
let's go.
already heard why she said Houston. That was the indication right there.
But no, they've been talking about this shit in Atlanta too.
All right, but I'm just
DC,
saying,
look,
no, it can't be in DC because that's what we used to. We used to that here.
We used don't mean it's
Nah,
right.
I ain't used to paying. I pay it, but I ain't used to
just
it.
because you used to it don't mean it's right.
I ain't gonna lie to you. What I don't like, she's saying black-owned restaurants versus white-owned restaurants.
So here's the thing: it's in Atlanta, right? It was a few months ago. We talked about it. You throw a grass wall up, take a red carpet. They charge extra. Let's say a celebrity there, you're gonna charge a little extra. Like the things that
Marketing.
they marketed for upcharge.
Right.
Yeah.
As you
T.I.
should in business. You sell a product.
Man,
If I'm cutting hairs and it's all the Redskins or all the Wizards in that joint, your haircuts went from $50 to $100 if you want a haircut because you in the presence of superstars. It's concept. It's business. You upcharge a product.
so you selling exclusivity,
Right.
And the thing about it is though, but not just because you charge all that, don't mean your service
It's
is worth
worth
all
it.
that.
Correct.
That's the difference. It's
That
like
part.
if I go to a 5-star establishment, it can be white or black, but it's 5-star and they've been reviewed as such.
Right.
I'm spending $20 gratuity and $20 for $20 for valet and $50 for shrimp and grits, and they're not gonna have hookah in there because it's not that type of establishment.
Right.
It's gonna be fucking worth it. I've gone
To a certain
places.
extent.
Wife and I went to Chicago a year or so ago. We spent $500 on a meal. Motherfucking meal was amazing.
Okay.
Didn't even think twice.
Okay.
Run it.
All right.
If I go to some DC spots that I spend $150, $200, I'll be like, yo, we could have stayed home and ate.
I went to a spot in DC. Got 1 Michelin star.
Yep.
I ate crabs. Yo, lady came and washed my hands at the table.
See?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wash my hands at
You ate crabs at a Michelin rated restaurant?
Yeah, they had the cold
Stone
the stone
Cold.
crab.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
when I was done, she bought a bowl.
That's amazing.
She said, "Hold your hands out." Bitch, wash my hands at the table.
We can't say the name of it. Was he talking about Joe's?
No, I ain't saying that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
so
hold on, because I told you because the crazy chick was I was on a date, and after this chick washed my hands, she asked the little young lady I was with what she want. You know what this bitch said?
Filet mignon.
Motherfucker shot Hennessy.
Yeah, shout out to that. Hey, was it like,
Did they have it?
Was it like a
Did they have it?
They
might have
gave
been
it to him.
privilege?
They gave it to
Privilege?
him.
Was it privilege?
I look like
Hey, man, it's a privilege. Hey, motherfucker like cognac, man.
Bingo.
And, like, all Hennessy ain't bad.
He's a hater, dog.
No, all Hennessy not bad. I don't drink it because I don't drink a lot
ask
of
for
cognac.
Black Label or something.
No,
Let me ask
not all
you.
Hennessy not bad, though. But anyway.
You asked for a shot of Hennessy.
man.
I just wanted to listen.
Slide up.
Like, just drop my hands off, please.
But here go the question though. The question wasn't that about that. The question was, did they add gratuity to your $500 bill? Did they add gratuity?
It was already, it was
It
built
was
in.
already built in.
Exactly.
built in.
So what I'm trying to say
But it
is-
was worth it, though.
Worth it.
All right, so I just got back from Rome, as you know. We went to a two-star Michelin rated
Woo.
restaurant. Bill came up to like, I don't know, we had drinks and food. Bill came to like 4 something. Gratuity already added to it. That food wasn't as good as home. And don't get me wrong, a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie to you. I always been brought up around the real OGs who put me on game early, so I always eat well. But I don't have that type of palate. Pause. I don't have no.
That's what I was going to say.
At 2-star Michelin restaurant, you getting like
Yeah,
This
it's-
big of a
you,
pork.
you
Yeah.
going for the experience
Experience,
of
not the
eating at a
food.
2-star
That's
Michelin
what I'm
restaurant,
saying,
not
though.
because the food is like
So that's what I'm
fulfilling
saying.
or
That was-
satisfying.
if you bring your point back
Yeah.
though, that's what I'm saying. So just because you spend that bag don't necessarily mean that your food is going to be of quality to your stand or your
Yeah.
liking.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. But that's, you made the point.
But-
I'm spending all this money and I'm still not getting the service. The service and what I'm spending has to equal up. I'm paying $100 for a hookah. I've gone places and spent $100 for a hookah.
But I'm paying for the name.
I don't fuck that name. I went to Egypt
No.
and spent $7 on a hookah to smoke anything out here that I've ever had.
I just went to
Ever.
Washington
Respect.
and had 3 hookah. I had a 1 hookah and we changed the flavor 3 times. Played pool, had some drinks, couple Gatorades. That shit was $27.
That's what I'm saying.
That's sweet. But nah, I'm just saying. So with her comment, for me, it's normal because of the area I grew up in to have a $20 to $50 valet bill. I park up front. When I'm stepping out, I step out.
No, I hear you.
me? I don't even want you to move my car. Leave me up front. So I $20 to $50 on valet, 20 to 25% on gratuity. I don't smoke hookah, but you know what I'm saying. The food gonna be on average like $50 to $80.
I gotta agree with Donnie on this one because now I'm thinking about my times when here, like that adds up.
Yeah.
New York, that market.
Yeah.
I get it, but it
why-
still
Even when
make
you
it
go to
right.
tourist
Why?
areas.
But why? Yeah.
My man just
tourist
got back from Mexico and spent $300 every night on dinner.
But
Oh, he
why-
tripping.
But not in Mexico.
He went to
Yeah,
Cabo.
yeah.
But why? Oh, all right. It's tourist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you.
why? I mean, so we talked about. You said New York. I've done some wild shit in New York. Just the wife and I
man.
in a couple of hours. With the me and the wife, but
Yeah.
just spending wise. But the thing about it is like, does it have to be? If the service actually matched what we expected there. But
You
does it-
only coming from a service perspective though.
I have to. If I'm spending money, like it's my money has to equate to the service. Like you can't sell me exclusivity. I don't give a fuck about that. I want good service.
So right, so that's your case. So if you get good service and a Sequoias.
Yeah, love
Sequoia's beautiful.
Right.
Ambiance, you can propose, you can have a wedding
Right,
in there.
right.
Service cool, but the food suck.
Yeah.
Food
I
ain't
go get the grill. I get the grill octopus. We sit at the bar outside.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But you see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You sit
I know
at the
what
bar
you're saying.
outside. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I'm paying for that, but am I fulfilled from anything other than the name or other, you know what I'm saying?
I don't go there for the name. I see what you're saying, but so I want. We talked about black owned because we talked
Right.
about a variety of things.
Black Cow.
Son,
Black Cow, you been?
I haven't been to Black Cow. I want to go there.
Honchos.
I haven't been there. I want
I
to go.
dang it, boy.
Again, the turn off is sometimes like
Black folks.
I gotta make sure I know what I'm getting myself into.
Baltimore.
Black Swan.
Black Swan. You
Been to Black Swan. I love
Overpriced.
Black Swan.
You love Black Swan?
I love Black Swan.
Who about your service?
Huh?
Who about your service?
My service was good.
My wife and I, we went,
Yeah.
and she complained off the break. She just act real bougie and made
Yeah.
me feel offended for real for her.
Really?
But she
Yeah.
like, the bar smell like mop water.
The what?
The bar.
See, we sat at the bar, and I think we sat at the bar. I sat at the table. We did both.
Yep,
the
we did
bar
too.
had. I mean, I guess it depends. You sit at the bar, you kind of know how a bar because it's got.
But
the
it's
bar,
supposed to
it's
be
a
an
sanitation.
upscale restaurant.
It's not supposed
Then
to be
we
upscale. I don't think it's supposed to be upscale.
That's how they market it.
Bingo.
I don't
Read
know.
it.
They
I
market
never
it.
took it as being upscale.
Read it.
I really did.
And it's a white tablecloth restaurant establishment.
They got
So
white
if you,
tablecloth?
yeah.
Nah,
So if you got,
they must have changed.
so if you got white tablecloth establishment, you expect white tablecloth service.
Yeah.
And that's all she was complaining about.
Yeah.
Perhaps, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I've been there. I like the service. I like
Yeah.
the food and like the presentation and everything. I thought for what I paid, it was worth it, right? I've been to other places in that area.
Yeah.
What's the place
Bar
in the
One.
Four Seasons?
Oh, Bygone.
Bygone. Been to Bygone plenty of times. The brunch
too.
dinners.
Hey.
You know, it's a little different scale wise, but the expectations gonna go up. Well, it's Four Seasons. Da da da.
You been to Monarch?
That's-
Right there.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the
On
Asian.
the
Is
corner.
that the Asian?
Nah, I got like the burlesque show.
Oh no! I haven't been to that one. I heard about that. I haven't been. My boy's been there a couple times. I definitely
We
want to
keep
check
on
that
running.
one
You know I keep
Nah,
running.
we had to close this
out.
topic.
Anyway, and fuck ball 1 too.
I hear you.
Ain't shit.
What happened?
What's his name?
Peter.
Peter. He ain't shit.
Oh, he ain't.
I went there. I was
He
there
was
for the
just
grand
in the
opening.
news for not paying his
Yeah, I
staff.
was in the grand opening there.
And what happened?
They was we even in the grand opening. The shit was just shit. It was the
Trash.
pre-opening. Yeah, it was
just
just
trash.
trash.
It's all opening. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trash.
it's cool now. Anyway,
Is it?
yeah.
Dang.
All right, lad, we got two more. Hip Hop DX, famous hip hop blogs like gave Travis Scott Utopia album on 2.4 out of 5.
Yeah.
What? You agree with that?
I gave it a quick listen. I ain't even really pay attention to it.
You tripping, boy? That shit slaps.
I already played a couple joints, man.
That shit slapped. And I'm talking about, I put that. I had to take. I didn't even drive my Tesla. I sat in the fucking garage and put that bitch in there.
Like that.
That shit.
Hey,
That's the
he
sound.
like
cabin,
that.
that shit slaps.
I mean, I like Travis Scott. He cool, but I don't really like go out my way for his music.
This shit is. This Travis Lane.
Yeah.
Like, this is Travis Lane. And he can do a whole motherfucking festival with this. Just put this shit on.
Yeah.
Don't even come out. Just put it on the play. On
Really?
the big speakers. Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I had to get in and listen to put the headphones on.
Baltimore Orioles were the first pro team to wear uniforms with Braille lettering. Your team.
Somebody
I hope they let the
blind?
fans come out and touch that shit, bro.
Somebody blind?
Nigga, they got the Braille, the dots on the uniform.
Why?
Like the blind could see.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Oh,
it was
stop.
like
That
it,
dog.
no. It was so many jokes with this. It was like
Hey, dog.
Somebody
like,
got to answer.
It was an outstanding
Idea?
it was a
Attempt?
great concept.
Not
Execution just wasn't thought out. It's just like
Braille.
how do you expect them? They're not gonna. They can't see the game.
Is it on the back of their jersey?
In the front, it's the where it say Orioles.
It's on the back too.
Is it? All right, so
It's on the back
look.
on
So
the
now
name,
I'm
too.
thinking for photos ops. You standing next to somebody, they putting their hand on your back to read who you is.
Come on, dog.
I reached.
You reaching?
All right.
You reaching?
I was.
Nah, it's just great concept.
All right. NFL Hall of Fame weekend kicking off. My Jets playing right now. We got two Jets being enshrined. Offensive lineman Joe Klecko and Darrell motherfucking Reeves getting enshrined this weekend. Y'all, you're a Colts fan. You're a Ravens fan.
Yeah.
What y'all looking at your teams? Y'all looking good?
I ain't even paid attention.
Well, I'm
I know the
only jealous for y'all quarterbacks.
The
y'all
Ravens, we looking all right though.
You better be. Shut up.
First off, chill out,
He coming from your hood, right?
got. Yeah, he come from my hood.
Okay.
All right, cool.
You know we produce quarterbacks.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm seeing sweatsuits. I'm getting sweatsuit ads and hoodies in my on my Instagram timeline. Tis the
They
season.
getting
We
hype.
back out there.
Yeah.
I'm still getting shorts in the mail.
All right. I think what I got. Anything else in here? Arguing with your girl when she won't listen, arguing with your girl when she won't listen to reason but acts on emotion.
Arguing with your girl when she won't listen to reason, but she acts on emotion.
Yeah.
What
I don't know.
about
I
it?
don't know. I was just typing those.
I mean, that happens all the time. What are you talking about? Females are emotional, men are logical,
Yeah.
thinking majority of the time.
They're gonna cloud that judgment real
I don't
quick.
know.
Every time.
I don't know. Closing thoughts, man. What we got?
Closing thoughts. I got a closing question.
Go ahead.
I'm
scared it is.
In the last 10 years, what's one of the most embarrassing things y'all did? Last 10 years.
Last 10 years?
That you just something that you was embarrassed about. Come on, man. This for the gram right here.
Jeez.
The last 10 years, somebody was embarrassed about.
Yeah.
Damn, Donnie, that's a stomp the chump one right there.
I'm gonna give y'all one for me.
Go ahead. Do it for the pod.
This is for the pod, man. So I ain't never did this before in my life. So I was getting ready to go out of town. Y'all know I did a lot of traveling. So I went out of town. I got scorned the last time I had the picture where I had my chest with the man fur out. You know what I'm saying? My uncle John like roasted me, right? And he a country boy, so I ain't even understand. So this time I went ahead and tried to go ahead, get the razor, get the shave.
Oh, shit.
Slim, I would never in my life ever do this again, Slim. Joint got irritated at the top.
Get the itchy.
Hey, look, that's why I'm only wearing collars now until I get back. I'm embarrassed at myself.
Shit all red and itchy, bro.
I'm telling you.
Oh, shit.
Come on, man. Give me one.
Who next?
Give me one.
I don't. All
right. Fuck, since
Think
we sharing.
about yours.
Pause. Since we on that one, right?
Yeah.
It was this ball trimmer thing that came out.
This nigga.
Hold on, like about 3 years ago. And in the ad came like, oh, you could get it wet in the shower. Like, it's not gonna cut you. So my dumb ass, I'm like, I'm reading reviews. They like, oh, this shit cool. Bet. Boy, motherfucker look like World War II.
Hey, cuz. Ain't too much information, cuz.
All I'm saying
Hey, in the show.
You said most embarrassing thing.
Who the heck knew that? Who knew that?
The world knows
Nobody.
now. Sometimes, listen, man, you gotta lay it out. Yeah, it's a flu game.
Hey, dog.
Gotta leave it on the court, man.
Hey, dog.
Listen, we talked about embarrassing moments. Tay just talked about how he farted with a chick while he's spanking.
He ain't tell me that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the last time.
That was the last time.
Oh, yeah, that was last time. It was one of them whooting jumps.
Yeah, man. That joint was. Yeah,
It dried her up.
No. She, you know what I'm saying? She just felt it. Like, kind of. You just keep on going. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Welcome to the Jay and Friends podcast.
But you know what's crazy? So I wouldn't call it embarrassing. It was more uncomfortable than anything, right?
Yeah.
Along the same lines that you're talking about, I have tried the Nair shit before.
Yeah.
All right, man, closing thoughts. You know what? Fuck it. We ain't got no closing thoughts.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, man. I'm going to close the podcast out like this. Let's go, man.
Welcome to the Jay and Friends podcast.